Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Spiritual Grind. We hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to follow, hit the little bell for your notifications when the podcast is posted, and follow, and share with your friends. We hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment if there's any topics that you want us to speak about.
Like, follow, share.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jenny. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Spiritual Grind.
Good morning.
I'm here. Jenny's here. We're here. We're here for you.
We're here in the here and now.
In the here and now. You know, it's been an interesting week for me.
How so? Do tell.
You know, sometimes things come into your reality and you just don't understand why. Like, for example, I'm suddenly got elevated blood pressure.
For example, why last night was the clouds showing behind the moon?
Yeah.
And not moving.
Yeah.
And the clouds going in front of the moon, moving if the moon is that many miles away.
Right. It was very much clouds going behind the moon. It was kind of weird. At least it looked like it.
Yeah.
And maybe if we had a telescope,
It was a beautiful moon.
It was gorgeous.
It's very lovely.
So that came into our reality. That's one topic of the discussion, is those things you just don't, that come into your reality that are bringing you something. What is it that's bringing you?
Yeah, like the ants that currently have taken up space in our motor coach.
They like the cat food.
Yeah. Or the granola.
Or the granola.
They were eating on granola that I accidentally dropped.
You can't blame them for being here when you're feeding them.
I guess. If I can't have a dog, I'm going to have a colony of ants.
Maybe. Of course, all the rain probably is not helping either. We've had a ton of rain, man.
I know.
I feel like it's been raining every day since we got here.
For sure. It hasn't, that's a over embellishment.
Yeah,
when we first got here, it was nice and sunny. And
that's because I like the sunny. Because my pretty man feet have to get tanned.
Right. Definitely have had an overabundance of liquid coming from the sky.
Yeah. But anyway, so like last night is the moon is actually a prime example. What was that telling us? What message was that bringing to us?
What's the symbology?
Yeah. Of the things that come into your life.
Right.
And identifying the symbology behind it and making it, turning it into the positive.
Yeah.
Because that's where the human race goes wrong. They
definitely makes it wonky.
Yes, it does. Because, like the example I brought up, I'm currently, for some reason, out of the God knows why blue, I've got elevated blood pressure.
Right.
Why? What's that bringing into my reality?
Exactly. And it would be very easy to go in that direction of, oh my God, life is ending. The world is crumbling underneath us.
Okay. Yeah.
Death sentence. It definitely would be very easy to go in that direction in the mind. Right. If you let it.
Well, and to be honest with you, I did all of a sudden be like, what the hell? What's going on with what's going on? But for me, I checked my appointment book, and my appointment book does not show me checking out. And so I have to, I called the secretary. She was like, no, it's not you're not leaving today, and you're not leaving tomorrow. So.
Well, we got rid of all of the luggage when we came into the motor coach, so you don't really even have any luggage.
Right. So, when you're a human and those things happen, it's very easy to take it and turn it into something negative. And so what I did over the last few days is, yes, I went through my little human roller coaster
Of course.
of like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
And then this morning, I'm like, it's not that my body is malfunctioning. It's something that my body needs. It's bringing me a message.
Yeah.
It's telling me, hey, you need something.
Right.
Now it's my job as a human to figure out what that something is.
Yeah.
And I think that we may have figured it out. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because I went down the show before a few years ago.
Right.
And we next thing you know, in it was like 2-3 weeks, my blood pressure was right back to beautiful at 110/70. And
yeah.
But right now, because most humans would take the situation and be like, man, I've eliminated stress from my life. I've eliminated, we're living our dream. We're developing an app. We're doing through all this positive things. Why is my blood pressure up?
Right.
And so,
especially I think for you, what's confusing is that it's not making you feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad at all.
Right.
I don't, the only thing that I could say is I do have a headache every now and then.
Yeah.
And my ear ringing is a little weird, but I've had ear ringing since we got exposed to that crap back in Brandon.
And I think that the other confusing part is the information came through me.
Yes, it wasn't even through me.
And I just woke up the other morning, and I came rushing out of the bedroom.
Check your blood pressure.
And I handed him the blood pressure cuff, and I was like, "You need to check your blood pressure." I'm half asleep though, but I'm not a morning person. And he was like, "Oh my God, you scared me to death." And I didn't mean for it to come across that way. It was just like half asleep. Here, check your blood pressure, because I got an intuitive nudge to tell you to check your blood pressure.
And so the parts of it that most humans get caught up in is they run to the negative side, which I did. I went through a roller coaster of it. I'm like, what the heck? I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel like like my face is cleared up.
Yeah.
From the exposure that we had.
Right.
And like even my nose is getting better. Everything's getting better. Why all of a sudden is this happening?
Right.
And the reality is it's a transition period that my body is needing something. I'm not giving it.
Right.
Because I quit eating peanut butter.
Yeah.
Which I used to eat tons of peanut butter, which is like lots of potassium and those things that regulate your blood pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this morning I was sitting out there about 5:30 in the morning, having my cup of coffee outside. It was a beautiful morning, by the way. Before you got up, it was gorgeous.
It was. Because by the time I got up at around 8:30, it rained on us. I got wet. It was a hot freaking mess, man.
But I sat out there all morning. It didn't rain. It was open sky, gorgeous stars. It was like bright.
Yeah.
And so I just got checked in with myself, and I'm like, your body is saying it needs something.
Yeah.
And so looking at it from a different perspective can change your glasses.
Right. And we've said this before. The reason for that is that the issue or problem vibrates at a different frequency than the solution.
Yes.
And so, have your human moment in it, get frustrated, get wonky about it, whatever.
Punch your neighbor.
But then pull yourself out of that frequency and, relax about it and check in with the body and see what is the body trying to tell you.
What is it needing? What is it wanting? Because everything, when you stop and look at the overall big picture, there's nothing, none of my bodily functions are off.
Right.
None of my functions that I know of are off.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad.
Right. And then I think the other thing that to be mentioned here is that you and I have come to a place where we have a pretty good language built between our physical body and our mind.
Yeah.
And we listen to our body and all the different organs and everything. So we've become quite attuned to being able to tell when things are off or functioning correctly.
Yes.
Is why you're saying that.
Right.
As you do a body scan and check in with all the different parts and pieces of the physical body.
Right.
But we've been practicing that for a while now, and we've gotten to where we have created a language that we understand from our body and that our body understands from us.
Right.
With practice.
And that's one thing that I want to touch on for a lot of people is, when you have those things pop up, if you don't understand it, it's okay to educate yourself.
Yeah.
As long as you don't use that education for bad. Don't make it a villain. Use it to educate yourself. Put it in your little file box. And that way you can pull from it.
And when you say don't use it for bad, you mean like
don't focus don't use the Google doctor, because if
you're Google, I was gonna say, if you're Google doctoring it and then it says, oh my God, high blood pressure is a silent killer and it will cause strokes, don't immediately latch on to that and hyper focus on, oh my God, I am at any moment gonna just stroke the fuck out and get panicked or fearful of that and go in that direction, because it's not helpful.
Right. And so what you do is you use that education to look at things from a different perspective.
Right.
So instead of looking at the symptoms you do have, look at the symptoms you don't have.
And just as a disclaimer, we do things differently than everybody else. And we're not saying don't go to the doctor if that's totally your way of life. If something is wonky or out of sorts and you're a go to the doctor kind of person, then go to your doctor.
Yep.
But be okay being able to have a conversation with your doctor if they're recommending something that doesn't quite feel right. Have that conversation with your doctor. Is there another option?
Right. Like my doctor 3 or 4 years ago when I went through this before, tried to prescribe me blood pressure medication and blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, it was all exposure.
Right.
Like your body does things. And this is one of the things that I had to learn, because you're medically educated. I am not. I'm redneck educated. And so I had to educate myself on your body does things to signal you about things.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the major components that a lot of people don't understand is because you have high blood pressure does not mean your heart is malfunctioning.
That's right.
And it does not mean that you're going to have a stroke, because like a lot of people don't know this. Anytime you're sick, your blood pressure goes up. Anytime you run, your blood pressure goes up.
Yeah.
Anytime you walk fast, your blood pressure goes up.
Right. It's not a static number that just stays whatever the blood pressure cuff reads at that moment. Okay, that's my reading for the day. It's going to stay right there and not fluctuate.
I am 110/70 all the time.
Period.
You have sex, your blood pressure goes up.
Right. You get up and walk across the room to go to the bathroom. I mean, your blood pressure will fluctuate throughout the day depending on what you're doing by design. That's how that mechanism works. If you're laying down and then you sit up
your
and
blood
you
pressure changes.
Take your blood pressure, you'll notice that it will change a few degrees on the machine, and then if you go from a sitting to a standing, it changes a few more points.
So to kind of understand a little bit more is Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. All the little Oompa Loompas, that's your blood vessels, and when they move, the things will operate.
Right.
And your blood pressure is designed by design to go up and down.
Yeah.
It is, like you said, not a static number. It doesn't stay in the same place all the time.
That's right.
And when it doesn't fluctuate is when you should look at something.
Yeah.
Because then there's something wrong. Or if it stays high constantly and you can't control it. And, like we started taking Hawthorne berry, because Jenny is a complete herbal girl. She will only go to medical doctors if she absolutely has to. And for me, I live with one foot in each world. I kind of, medical doctors, the medicine man, the herbal supplements, I'm kind of in both worlds.
Yeah, you bring up a very good next topic when you're done. I'll touch on that.
And so, going through the research and educating myself, it empowered me to really kind of give my body the language to communicate with me.
Yeah.
I didn't focus on the negatives, because if you Google search your symptoms, I promise you'll be dead in 24 hours, because that's what it's telling you. Right. Because Google Doctor always kills you. They have one. I think the Google Doctor has a controlling partnership in some funeral home somewhere.
Right.
Because everything is a death sentence. It's like this or it could be that. And so if you're using the Google Doc, use it for educational purposes only, and don't read the first thing that pops up. scroll down the page.
Yeah.
Go down to 7 or 8.
Right.
Find a article written by a notable medical doctor.
Or 2 or 3.
Or 2 or 3, and compare to the information that you have. And
even then, sorry to interrupt, even then, don't just buy into the freaking information.
Right.
Because everybody has a body that's unique.
Yes.
There is no static blueprint either.
Right.
We have things like the American Heart Association that talks about 120/80 is the perfect blood pressure. But your baseline may be a little higher than that or a little lower. And so you've got to go with your unique system and how it's running.
Right. My blood pressure for years is 110/70, period. It was every time I went to get read or whatever, when we went to get the IV stuff done, it was always 110/70 or in that range really closely. And so the textbooks are averages, guys. That's what everybody has to understand. It does not mean it's you. It just means that you should educate yourself to use that information to give your body the language it needs to communicate with you.
Right. And, the ideal situation, and we're kind of harping on blood pressure, but that's the topic of the week for us. And these podcasts come from our living life experiences.
Yep.
The best way to go about that is take a baseline reading every day at the same time and journal that and see what your baseline is for you specifically.
Education is the key.
That's right. Gather the data.
When you know that you're having some issues at the time, you got to figure out why. Because here's one thing that I read day before yesterday about my situation. And this actually will compare to everybody else's situation in any platform for any symptom. And that is that the symptom only is reflective of what you should be doing if you hit all of the parameters. And that's when you should, bam, go do anything. And I'm not telling anybody not to listen. So what I mean by...
Stop there and go a little deeper in what that means.
So like I Google searched causes for high blood pressure.
Okay.
And there was a list of things that was so long.
Yeah. And
then I went to the next page, and the next page was, well, your kidneys and your liver regulate your blood pressure, and they need certain nutrients and elements, and so the first one was like, if I wasn't educated in the fact that I know, first of all, I have a wife that's very smart that can tell me a lot of things, or if I'd have read that and just stuck with that, I'd have been like running to the doctor. I'd have been like, oh my God, I got to go to the hospital now, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I went on down and it says, okay, so if you are healthy and you don't feel bad, I mean, basically is what this article read, but yet you're having high blood pressure, it could be either a malfunctioning organ, which is odd, would be rare, like less than 1% is what it said.
Especially without additional symptoms.
That's right, yeah. But it also is only, less than 1% of the time it's the problem. And it's your body saying, hey, I might need some assistance in this area for a moment.
Right. And for a moment is the key.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a lifelong freaking ass thing. It just needs some support at the moment based on whatever it's going through.
Right. And logging that in your mind is one thing. It's like, here's a prime example, and I thought of this, and Danielle, this is a shout out to you. Maintenance of your body is normal.
Yeah.
You wash it. You deodorize
wash your ass, guys.
You cut your hair.
Otherwise, your blood pressure is going to go up.
you cut your hair. You trim your toenails. You all these things that you do to your body. Exterior is what you should be doing for the inside.
That's right. Absolutely.
And so if your body is saying, hey, my hair is long, I need a haircut, do you like panic and freak and say I'm dying?
Right.
No, you don't. And so looking at it from a different perspective is where I've had to go. And yeah, they're still frustrating. Like man, why do I have to go through this now? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it, and I'm okay with it being where it is because I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
And I know that I will give my body what it needs.
Yeah.
To get back to its normal status.
Right. So there's 3 points I want to conversate about.
Okay. Point 1.
Point 1, when you are treating a physical symptom, you have to figure out where your belief system is. And for you gave the good example that there's sometimes when modern medicine, like the medications doctor prescribes, are what your body's calling for. But then there's sometimes you want to go herbal route.
Right.
So you have a belief system that incorporates both the modern medicine and the herbal world.
Correct.
So if, like in this instance, I had to check in with you when you were asking me, okay, what regimen are we going to do? I had to come back to you and say, okay, well, what pair of shoes do you have on, basically? Do you have your modern medicine shoes on, or do you have your herbal shoes on? And at that point, you were still a little bit in your frustrated state, so you couldn't really tell me.
Yes.
So we had to kind of explore it and try the herbal. And on that particular day, you were kind of living in both worlds.
Yes.
So we treated herbally and we treated modern medicine because we have some of that.
Right.
So you have to really figure out where your beliefs are. If you don't believe in herbs and you decide, you know what, I'm going to go try this herbal thing, it's not going to work.
Right.
Until you have validation that herbs work and you've witnessed it and your beliefs have been changed over into the herbal world. So you really have to see where, and this goes with anything.
Yeah, it goes to any belief.
Any belief, any topic, really, on a spiritual perspective, when you're talking about your belief systems that you carry around in your, little handy purse or merce.
Handy dandy backpack. Backpack.
I think you're incorporating 2 different cartoons.
I did
Blue's
there.
Clues and
Dora the Explorer.
Anyway, so you've got to check in with your belief systems because there's no point in taking something that your body won't metabolize if it doesn't have a belief system in place that will allow it to utilize it.
I agree.
So then, secondly, the part of the that you said you're okay with it either way. If you are having an issue such as yours, blood pressure, you cannot be tangled up in being mad or being frustrated or just absolutely resistant to having the blood pressure, because that creates resistance.
Right.
And resistance creates an interruption in the flow.
Right.
You got to be okay and come to a place where you're like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. I need to stop ignoring it or avoiding it or resisting it and just give it space and honor it. And then the solution will come about. Because if you've got resistance in your mind or your body about the topic, no matter what it is, and the topic today that we're looking at is blood pressure, if you're going to stay mad and angry or frustrated about it and resist it, then you will tend to ignore the symptomology and the symbolic part of it and not even be able to see it.
Right.
Because you're so wrapped up in resisting this thing. I am not going to have this. I don't care. I'm not having it.
Right.
And so allowing it to have space and allowing it to be, then will let you move into all right, so it is what it is. Now I just need to support my body or my belief system or whatever to get me through it, whatever that is, because the resistance will block information.
Resistance.
I said 3 things, but apparently I've covered everything I needed to in 2 things.
In those 2 things, hang on. You covered all 3 topics in 2 there.
I think so. Yeah. Because the channel.
But the point of
put a period there and said stop.
The point of the podcast that I want to make sure everybody understands more than anything is the giving yourself permission to educate yourself and understand your body when it's telling you something.
Yeah.
And look for the signs, pay attention to those signs, because this is how our life is. Our life is, we're humans. We're here to have experiences. We're here to do these things, and understanding that everything that you've taught is not what you've been taught over the years is not always true.
Right.
And you should always research it. And that's kind of where I was stuck for many years, because for many years, I remember as a child. Do you remember the blood pressure cuff machine at Walmart?
Yeah. We always got in trouble for playing with the damn thing.
Yeah. It had a big bright sign on it. It still does to this day of 120 over 80 or whatever it is. But I can't remember what the sign it was. But it used to be 120 over 80. It had the green thing on it that said 120 over 80.
Right.
And
standard.
Yeah, that's the perfect blood pressure, right?
Well, according to the American Heart, but even they do their studies and change that around sometimes.
Right. And so it used to be, we are taught, I used to go with my parents to Walmart every Friday night. We would walk by that machine every Friday night. We would do and go through the processes of reading that. And so that gets ingrained into your thoughts.
That's the norm.
Yeah, that's the norm.
Oh my God, if I fluctuate from that, my pressure's low and I'm going to pass out. And if it's over that, I'm going to have a stroke. Oh my God.
Like I remember going to the doctor when I was younger, and they took my blood pressure, and it was 154 or something over 60 something. And I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Right. That's what I'm saying is everybody immediately goes into panic mode. And the third thing that's popped up, listen to the body and find out what the body is saying. Don't just listen to the machine.
Right. Yep.
No matter what it is.
Right. Like me right now, I don't feel bad. Is my blood pressure a little elevated? Yes. Can we control it? Yes. And so now we're going through the processes of figuring out what it needs.
Yeah.
And you have to make that okay. You have to make it okay.
Right. So
and we're not telling anybody not to go to the doctor.
That's right.
Just to be clear.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got to do
you got to operate within your belief system.
That's right.
And if you need to go to the doctor, then go.
Yeah. I want to revisit and bring it back around to symbology.
Yes.
Because everything in our reality is symbols pointing to something that can be worked on if you're ready. So blood pressure, for example, it could just simply be a symbolic indicator that you're under some pressure and you want to give yourself some more support.
Or you're restricting flow.
Or you're restricting flow somewhere.
Because yeah. That's a good thing to educate on. Is when it comes to certain things, find out, because I did not know this until you told me, that your blood pressure is the exact opposite of plumbing.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, oh my God, my blood pressure is high. And so that means my arteries are expanding too much, or they're
about to rupture.
And it's just the opposite.
Yeah.
It's, your body naturally restricts areas when it's missing something.
Right.
And so that increases your blood pressure.
Right. And so I would encourage everybody to make a game out of things symbolically.
Yeah.
Before you make a determination, such as blood pressure, the example you brought today, oh my God, my physical body is malfunctioning and I'm ill.
Right.
Find out what the alternative interpretation could be.
Right.
And check into those beliefs and see if it maybe is just an indicator of restriction and flow somewhere in your life pie.
Right.
Or under pressure and you didn't realize it and it's being shown through elevated blood pressure.
Mm-hmm. Or, it could be any symptom,
I understand. Right. We're just talking about the blood pressure because you brought that up.
And it's easy to talk about because I'm experiencing
But what I'm talking about is look at life as possible symbolic places to be.
Yes.
Because that's fun. It's sometimes a fun game.
Yeah.
Like for me, I am entertaining guests today called little black ants or piss ants or sugar ants, as my grandmother used to call them. And it appears that they were munching on
Little bastards.
Little bastards. They were helping themselves to the granola that I left for them inadvertently. I could freak out and say, oh my God, I've got ants. Life is ending.
Call an exterminator.
Get the exterminator out here. I mean, nobody wants bugs in their house, obviously. And I have cat food on the floor. And so they had made a nice little trail over the last few days. This has been a couple of day thing.
Are bugs in our house, or did we move our house into their house?
That's right. Dun, dun, dun. Rabbit hole. Pack some carrot sandwiches. I could freak out. But if I go back and I look at the symbology of what ants represent, they represent colonization, sticking together, figuring things out.
They work their tails off.
Right. It's, to me, it's a reminder to stick together, but also having a diversity of flexibility and agility in the sense that it has literally been pouring for days and their house is probably flooded.
Yeah.
So they are ingenuitively figuring out ways to get into a dry space and find food at the same time in their tiny little bubble.
Right.
And that is so clever and so interesting to me.
Did you know the soldier ants never stop working from the day they're born until the day they die?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they never stop. They work for their queen constantly, 24/7.
Did you also know that the reason they got called piss ants is because when you smush them, they give off a smell that smells like urine. And back in the day...
No, I'm in.
Okay.
Nobody will catch that.
Somebody will. Somebody will catch that. Danielle probably will.
Yeah, she probably will.
Anyway, it smelled like piss, basically. And that's how they got their phrase, piss ants. And they like sugar. So that's how they also got their phrase of sugar ants. Because they like to eat on sugar. Symbolically, it's reminding me, because in our particular world, we are 50-something years old, and we're literally going through...
I'm not 50-something, I'm 52.
I don't even remember how old I am.
You're older than me.
And we talked about this in another podcast of can an old dog learn new tricks? I mean, as we go in this new journey that we're on, which is incredibly exciting, I can speak for me, and I know you've mentioned it. Oh my God, can I learn this? Can I figure this out?
Yeah.
And so like for me, a couple of days ago, I went to Canva class with you.
Yeah.
And I was dreading it so bad. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to get this. I hate Canva. I just don't understand it. It's not user friendly. But then when you sent me through my little boot camp, I am quite salty at it now in just a couple of days on the topics that you taught me. And so I'm very proud of myself. And it's not this big, ugly beast anymore. Yeah. That's what the ants represented to me is, where am I not being resilient? Right. Not allowing the resources that I have come in and being open to learning something new, so that I stay malleable in the learning, because you can always learn. That's what their ants represented to me. Right. Adding resources to your toolkit and being flexible and not being so staunch on, I can't learn this. I'm not going to learn it. I don't want to learn it. Can we just hire somebody? I even said that. I was like, can we just hire somebody to do this part? I don't think I can learn it. And so now that I have figured out what they symbolize, my expectation is that they will probably go away.
Right.
Same with your blood pressure. As soon as we figure out that either your physical body needs support in some area, or it's symbolic of a belief or restriction that you have, and you identify that and modify it from that place, it resolves itself because the language is no longer needed, because you did what you were needing to do, either spiritually or physically or mentally.
Right.
Because you have to remember mind, body, and soul, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So you can have physical symptoms that are just indicators that you're restricting flow, for example. And I'm going back to the blood pressure example. It could be, and I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm giving people an idea of what the symbology could be.
And what that looks like, yeah.
Yeah. On blood pressure, it could be that maybe you're restricting letting
flow in your life,
some flow in some area, and the minute you identify what that is, your blood pressure goes back to normal without you even having to do anything, because it was indicating to you some sort of belief or some component of that. So don't forget to look at not only the physical components of what your body needs, but energetically and from a belief system, look at that as well, to make sure it's not a programming issue or a belief thing that's ready to be identified.
Right. You know, and that's the thing, the topic that I really wanted to talk about is understanding and making it okay. You know, like we talked about in previous podcasts about you have to allow yourself to have balance.
Yeah.
And don't get caught up in the fears and don't get caught up in the happy. Create balance within it.
Yeah.
Educate yourself. It is okay to be educated. It is okay to do the things you want to do. And it's okay to become an intricate, educated person and look at your symptomology.
And the symbols.
And the symbols.
What is it symbolically representing?
What is it telling you?
Like right now, our cat producer is
being a shithead
in the middle of our business.
She's trying to get up in the middle of the other one's business.
Wanting to get over to the other cat.
For no reason.
Like it's...
These two cats, I swear.
Their relationship.
We have free cats. Anybody want free cats? We're giving them away.
They're going to be gator food if they don't quit.
They don't quit. There's gators out here in this pond, so they may just disappear.
Careful, Pete will get us.
Yeah, really. But, hey, you know what? I had something else. But if y'all have any questions, comments, or anything, leave it in the comments or send us an email.
Absolutely.
You can go through the link that's in the description on the podcast page.
Yeah. So you did some changing to all of that. If there's somebody out there or several somebodies, I think I would like to run a test. If people could just send a communication right quick that just says test.
Yeah.
So that we can test it outside of our inner thing.
Yeah, we had some website issues.
Tell the story.
I unleashed Jenny to do her own blog posting.
Dr. Jenny.
And she used Arrow, and suddenly we had a new website all developed in 30 seconds, and none of it made sense. And there was like a little bitty logo in the center of the top of the header, and that we were booking appointments suddenly.
Yeah, I created a whole website and didn't even realize I could do it, or didn't realize that I did. And I came to him one day and I was like, yeah, something doesn't really look right. So when you get a sec, I need you to look at it. Because I took over editing the podcast, and I have the new blog thing. So I'm doing the blogs and editing those.
Yeah.
And I have limited knowledge, so I'm kind of learning that as I go along. Well, I had a little faux pas.
Whoopie-doo.
Oh, oopsie oops.
Yep.
And
literally changed the entire website.
I did.
In one click.
I did. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I mean, on the positive, I found how you could change it in one click.
Yeah, but none of it made any sense. It was so crazy.
Anyway, so my request to all the listeners, just as a test out there, if you guys could go to the messaging center and just type in the word test.
Right.
So that we can test that now that it's all back to normal.
Right.
That would be helpful.
Yes.
So we can kind of just make sure it's working for you guys, because we love it whenever you
tell us what you want.
Tell us what to
communicate
talk
with
about,
us,
or
talk to us.
Give our perspective on your topic. We love doing that as well. So
I guess before we close, let's give them some quick updates, shall we?
Yeah, you can.
The Salty Tarot.
Yeah.
The app. Wow. We're looking to probably roll the free by the end of this week or the beginning of next week.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
So be paying attention to that, because we'll let everybody know about it, and we're going to blast it all over social media, just so you know.
Yeah, I think we're thinking about maybe going in person and setting up a couple of locations here in the Daytona area and doing a little
free readings that people
little blitz.
Try it out.
Free reading. I've created a couple of merchandise options.
Yeah.
So we're kind of toying around with what that, maybe you'll get a free
Could
t-shirt.
be a way to get a free t-shirt. Yep.
Something like that.
But anyway, so that is way underway and due any moment. It's like crazy, very exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of like waiting for a pregnant mom to deliver.
It kind of feels to me like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Like it's a long Christmas Eve
It feels more to me like a birth.
A birth.
Like
Birthing
you're waiting for, like we're past the due date and you're waiting for the water to break any moment.
Yeah,
right?
It's exciting to see how they're this team that we've hired, crazy good.
Off the chain good.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job.
Highly would recommend it. We've had such an amazing experience with Baconcy.
We presented an app idea to them.
Yeah.
They had no idea about.
Right.
And the guys, they all went out and got tarot readings.
That's right.
The guy for the horoscope went out and researched everything about it, obviously.
Based on the meetings we're having with him. He went and self-educated, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, and then they asked us to do a reading for all of them.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Right.
So they're very engaged in it. They're obviously doing their research and
that's right.
And doing the things they need to do. Great company. So I would recommend it for any app that you want to develop or any software, because they write software as well.
Yeah.
And if you need anything, call Baconcy. That's with a B. BACANCY.
Yeah. I mean, they have just been top notch. Yeah. They've been, the key things that I enjoy is the communication.
Yeah, constant
like they opened.
I don't think anybody. Let me explain to you how they are. We created a drive so we could share files back and forth. They created a Google Meet, a Google Chat.
Yeah,
and that way we can have constant communication when they have a question. And then we Zoom meeting literally twice. I mean, as many times as we want. They will a week.
Yeah. At first, we were doing it like 3 times a week to really get the bones of it going.
Yeah.
Then we went to twice a week, and now as they're building all the bones and the foundation,
they have a real good hold on it, is what it is.
We do our meetings once a week.
Yep.
But that's after they asked if we were okay with once a week.
Yeah. You're good, really great company, great team.
Absolutely. I give them 5 stars all the way. It's been a phenomenal experience.
It has. It's been fun too. And so you can check out all the information on that at www.thesaltytarot.net. And it is thesaltytarot.net. And so that is our landing page for the app, which we're required to have. And so it has all the information, a little bit of animation in it on the website. And you kind of get an idea. It's got our mission.
So can you sign up there as well?
You can subscribe there to be a part of the beta. If you want to be a part of the beta, go to that website and subscribe there.
Sign up.
You'll get
beta
access. I can only do so many people, so I think it's 20 people they allow me to do. And so the first 20 people that sign up, I'll give them beta access so they can try the app for free.
And then will they when they sign up on that platform, they'll get notification when the app actually drops and is ready to to download
Yes.
and utilize.
So this is what I'll do. Actually, this will be a fun way to do it. Everybody that signs up between now and next Monday on the www.thesaltytarot.net,
Yeah.
I will put their names in a randomizer, and I will randomly pick 20 people out of that list, and they get to have the beta, and I'll give them the first year free of their subscription.
Well, let's throw in the T-shirt that I made.
And a T-shirt, yeah. We'll give you a T-shirt as well.
Because I did a very cool T-shirt. I survived my Salty Tarot app roast.
Yeah.
And it's a very cool T-shirt.
Because we're creating what we call the people that join the app is the coven.
The coven.
The coven.
Yeah.
And so if you are a charter coven member, you're going to get special things.
Yeah.
So go on there, go on that website, put in your information that asks for.
Yeah.
Drop the comment in the description of heard you on the podcast.
Ooh, good idea. Yeah.
And then I'll make you part of the beta.
Absolutely.
Tell all your friends. So even if they don't listen to the podcast, have them go on there and sign up. Everybody, because I will randomly get everybody the first year for the 20 people will get a T-shirt. They're going to sign up and they will get their first year subscription free at the first level. If they want the maximum, I can't give that away.
Right.
But I give them the first level for free for a year.
Yeah, and so you're talking about they can go now to that landing page.
To that landing page and sign up.
TheSaltyTarot.net. Sign up there.
At the bottom of the page, yep.
And that's what you're talking about, right?
And if you like the Facebook, Instagram pages and follow them, there may be a bonus in for you.
Ooh.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
So, because all the Facebook pages are up, all the Instagram pages are up. We have a Discord channel. It's the.salty tarot on Discord.
The.salty tarot.
It's on Discord. Join the community there.
Yeah.
And it's not active yet, but because the app's not out.
That's
and
right.
so we're going to start building that awareness and anticipation here in the next week or so. And so get it while you can. You heard it here first.
Yeah. You know what? It's an amazing app, really. I mean, they have outdone themselves.
It's going to be fun.
And,
it's not boring. It's not a boring tarot app.
Right. It is definitely not an effing donut shop tarot app.
It's not this basic, mundane, hard to use app.
No.
It's going to be fun and very interactive,
It's
kind of gamified, but yet still real.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's fun. It's fun and exciting.
As the designer, it has been an absolute blast to create all of the different illustrations and cards and everything that went in it.
As the person that's not the designer that's doing everything else, it's been a job. I mean, literally, it's taken up more time than a regular job.
Yeah, we just really had no idea of the intel things that go into it.
Here's, like yesterday I was telling you, it's really hard to fathom the amount of people that are going to see this app.
Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely.
You have to look at it from a whole different level when we're doing the privacy policies.
Yeah.
I can't just write those for the United States.
Right.
We have to write them internationally.
Yeah.
Europe, because Europe has very stringent privacy policies, and so does Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And so the privacy policies have to cover everybody.
I see.
But yet still match the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Their criteria.
So you've got a lot of criteria you have to meet.
Yeah.
Which I did multiple days of research on it after I got asked for it, because they don't create that. All they do is code the app and make the app.
Right.
All the legal stuff.
Yeah.
You have to do.
Right. No, I don't. You do.
No, I do.
That's in your lane.
Thanks to
but even
online legal services, we were able to do it.
Yeah. But even I said, oh my God, they don't do that for you. Like there's not some, I was thinking that the iOS people.
You thought the App Store came with it.
Yeah, I thought that since it was a requirement for everybody's liability and protection, that they would have forms that were standard that you had to just put in place.
We got an end user agreement we have to have.
Absolutely.
And there's another one that I'm going to have to create, and that is the app agreement with the App Store because the iOS requires an app agreement with the developers.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts and pieces that we had no idea going in. But here's the thing. All we did, folks, is what we preach and teach to you all the time. We made a decision to go all in.
We did.
We followed the breadcrumbs, one foot in front of the other, step by step, staying in the moment. And it's literally unfolding before our eyes, being appreciative and acknowledging that, changing the wording.
Yes.
Not when it happens.
Yes.
Acknowledging that it is happening at each different phase of it. You know,
and
even if you're just in the beginning phases of something where you're interviewing for the job that you've always wanted, that is still gives you permission to say it is happening.
Right.
Because the one thing you want to remember is you want to pull it out of the future and pull it into your current reality.
Yep.
And so if you keep saying, okay, well, when this happens, I'm going to do this, or when this happens, this will happen.
Right.
That keeps it in the future.
Right.
So being in the now, when we say recalibrate yourself to the now and live in the now, that's one of the ways that we mean that.
Right.
You know, change the wording, because even when you're going through the interview process, that's the steps.
Right.
Of living it in the now. So that gives you permission to say, this is happening.
Right.
This is happening now, right before my eyes. And it's not a lie, because I did the interview.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're being called for the second interview. And then the next thing
or you get phone calls from random sharks from Shark Tank like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
It's insane. I got a call yesterday from one of the very famous sharks from Shark Tank, randomly out of the blue.
We didn't sanction it or
didn't request any of it. And then I have a scheduled meeting on Friday with another shark from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
About this app. They're wanting to do some venture with it.
Yeah, it's exciting.
And
so that's what we mean by following the breadcrumbs, following the steps.
And just let things happen.
Do what's joyful and pleasurable, and just step by step.
Yep.
Just like when you're driving that car at night, I use that reference a lot.
Yep.
Take that one little mile of road at a time, step by step by step, and then acknowledge that it's unfolding right before your eyes and it's happening now right underneath you. Don't forget to stop and appreciate the now of it.
And bring everything into the now.
And change your wording.
Well, I feel pretty complete.
Yeah, good stuff.
Podcast. Good stuff. Hey, guys, don't forget to follow, and share, comment.
Ring that bell for notifications.
And check out the website, www.themerchcenters.org, and it is fixed now.
Right.
And the Facebook page and the Twitter account and the Instagram account's all linked. You can get it off the website. You can go directly to them. And if you go to thesaltytarot.net, you can also join the Discord through that as well, and the Facebook page and Instagram for them as well.
Yeah, and if you're looking for rabbit hole content, you can always go to my blogger page, which is To the Edge and Back.
Yep, To the Edge and Back.
With Dr. Jenny.
Yep, it's on Blogger, and it's on a few of the blog sites as well. And it's on our webpage as well.
Yeah. That's where I take you into those weird places and corners through different little articles that I write. I take you to those weird
Do you
corners.
use the same blog on the website as you do on Blogger? Or is that a different blog?
I don't know. You set it up.
Okay. All right. And so I will, you can actually get to that blog then through our website on the blog page. If you'll do the drop down menu and go to the Merc blog.
Yeah.
And it's on there. But anyway, hey, appreciate y'all. And we hope that you all have one awesome day.
Love ya.